When I was a kid, my dad took me on a trip to the Boston Museum of Fine Arts because they were having an exhibit of Claude Monet, who was probably my dad's favorite French impressionist. And I think this was my first trip to that museum, to the MFA. And I remember entering into the exhibit hall where the Monets were being displayed, and I think I had the same experience my father did probably the first time he saw them. I fell in love with Monet pretty much immediately. And one of the interesting things about a lot of his Impressionist paintings is you kind of get up real close to them and the picture kind of becomes a little fuzzy, and what you really start noticing are the brush strokes. But to see sort of what the colors do together and how the picture that really is formed, you really have to take a step back. You can't stay right on top of the picture because, again, you're just going to notice the brush strokes. But those are important, actually. They are, in a sense, part of the story. They're not just put down willy-nilly. There's a purpose to every stroke that's made. And it's only when you step back that you see sort of the deliberate nature of it and how all of those strokes and just the right choice of paint placed in just the right way helps to form a picture. And for the Impressionists, pictures are not sort of crystal clear because they're trying to convey, well, an impression. It's not just simply about the picture. It's about what the picture is trying to convey. The emotion, the light, the connectedness. Well, if we think about it, that really is sort of our life. As we come to live our life, we're essentially painting a picture. And every choice we make is a brushstroke. And every choice we make, we're in a sense choosing a particular color, a particular way of placing that particular paint stroke on our canvas. And so the choices we make are really important. The choices we make are really essential. Because we are trying to paint a picture with our choices of the life we want to be seen. And at the end of time, at the end of our life, there really is one picture that all Christians should convey. The final picture of our life is the last stroke is placed on our canvas. The picture that God wants to see is essentially the picture of Christ. And so as we begin to look at the life that we live, we have to again go back to recognizing that our choices matter. Our choices are important. Because as we make that choice and we place that paintbrush on our canvas, as we make that stroke, really what is the impression we're trying to make? What is it, the feeling we're trying to convey? What is it that we want the world to see with that stroke? But more importantly, what is it we want God to see? As we come into this season of Lent, it's a time for us to sort of stop and take a step back and look at the canvas of our life, to try to really see the canvas as God sees it. What is the picture that we are conveying to God, to the world? What is it that people are going to see through the choices we make? And ultimately, we have to recognize, if we want the picture that eventually is seen to be Christ, then every choice we make, the words we speak, the actions we take, have to speak of Christ and have to show Christ. That's really what it comes down to. This Lent, let us really see, what are we choosing? What are the strokes that we are placing on the canvas of our own lives? That's why Lent is so important. It really does give us that chance to stop and critically take a step back and be honest about what we're doing and about what it really means. May you really use this Lent to allow yourself to recognize the picture you're painting and realize the great thing is we can always change that picture. We can fix the choices we've made through God's grace, obviously, and through God's grace alone. But that's what Lent is about. Ensuring that we're painting the right picture. Ensuring that through our choices, through the strokes of paint that we're placing on the canvas of our life, that ultimately the picture we're painting is the picture of Christ. God bless.